Liam, it's finished 1-0, maybe an unexpected win, but certainly a deserved one after that performance.
I didn't think it was unexpected. That's 5 games we're unbeaten, another clean sheet. So, if we have got a goal, we can defend it out, and I think Tony's marshalled the back line again. Chris Doyle and Adam were out. Well, everyone was outstanding. The work rate was brilliant throughout the team. So, but I don't think in this league there is an awful lot much between the top to the bottom. I think probably you'll find out the teams who've got a regular goal scorer are actually the ones sat in the top 7, and the ones who aren't. But you can play. You look at any fixture. There's no easy fixture in this league. But there's no one that's like Gates said last year. You thought we're not going to get. It's going to be a tough ask to get anything out of Gateshead. I don't think there's one of them in this league this year. So it's a very. How would you say? I was going to say something without being disrespectful, but there's not one outstanding side in it, but there's not one really, really weak side in it. We've been to Telford this season, they've gone to Banbury, so as you said, anyone can be here.
Yeah. I think, like you say, if we score a goal, we've got the defence, haven't we, that is always going to hold it, and that showed today, didn't it?
But we also seen, we've got Tyler Walton back in the team.
Yeah.
You also seen we've got Josh Amani back in the team. They've been out for long spells, but then they need games to get back in. I've got to give Joe Adams a mention, because you can see the footballer in him. You can see they're very good down the left hand side, and defensively he read the game, he knows where to pick up areas, and he's got through 90 minutes, which he hasn't played a lot of football since Dundalk season's finished, so every credit to him as well.
He'll come on, won't he, as he gets the game at this level as well.
Listen, he's a good footballer. You don't get moves in the Premier League, you don't play for your country at under 21 level if you're not a good footballer, and we should be grateful that we've actually got a good footballer. But the one person who will give special mention to today is Connor Heath. I thought he's led the line really well. I thought he's put himself about. Should have scored at the end. He's had a couple of chances. He just needs one to go in for him. I said, but work rate, everything about what he did. He's getting there. He just needs the goal, and I think that'll do him the world of good.
It was our 1,000th win in non-league football out there. I mean, I know you love the stats, so I'm sure you're pleased with that one.
Very. Any win's a good win.
It is, isn't it? Just a quick word. Dylan, he was named on the team sheet. What happened to Dylan just before kick-off?
Tweaked his back in the warm-up. So, just unfortunate, really. We got Saturday, Monday. Didn't really want to start Josh. I didn't think I'd get through Saturday, Monday. Obviously, we got him off Andy-ish. So hopefully he'll be fine for Monday.
Quick word. I know we're very proud about Dion's performance in midweek, getting his first international goal. I know you hold Dion in great stead, don't you? So
I like him. He's a proper good kid. His time at Southport certainly put him on the right path, changing his position from a very frustrating winger to an exceptional goal scoring forward. But he's done all the work. It's all about Dion. Dion's worked ever so hard to get where he's got unbelievable self-belief. Probably borders on deluded, but as I said, no, everyone's really pleased for him. I texted him on Wednesday night, and he comes straight back with it, which he always does. So is that our first time we've sold a player who's gone on to score international goals?
I think it could well be,
so maybe. No, but pleased for him.
It's been a bit of a difficult week for the club one way or another, hasn't it, Liam? A very unpleasant atmosphere on Tuesday night, but when you saw the support there this afternoon, that is the kind of support we need, isn't it?
Well, what I will say is that the last 2 games has been absolutely disgusting. The criticism that Ian has took is off the scale, it's off the graph. And let me say, I've been sent comments of so-called fans, saying he's took money out the club. Let me tell you, and I don't mind, he might not want me to say, but he's put into this football club this year over 6 figures. So, for the ones who can work it out, that's an awful lot of money. He hasn't took a penny out, which I didn't think for 1 second he would. And he has helped us through the most difficult season. And to get the abuse he gets is unbelievable. I've actually went out on Saturday and then listened. A lot of it was absolute nonsense what I was getting shouted at, I said, but listen, a lot of these are kids. A lot of these kids, but kids can also commit criminal offences and stuff like that. But what I see is kids, but I also see individuals, adults, who've got their own kids, winding kids up to do this, to do that, and they stand there looking on the sides thinking it's funny. Well, it's not funny, it's actually pathetic. And you're trying your best to drive good people away from the football club, and for what reason? To run it into the ground. And then you say you're a fan, and it doesn't matter whether you come here today and you listen. I know 98% of the fans. I said, and the following we've got today, as you said, it has been great. You supported the team, but that's what you're here to do. You support the team. So, but the chairman, the owner, is part of that team. So if you don't support him, you don't support the lads. Do you think the lads want to play in this atmosphere where you're getting abuse from kids?
That's the effect it has, isn't it, on people? They don't realise the effect. They say they're supporting the team, but it's having that effect on them.
They can criticise me because I'm the manager, and I'll be an honest reflection. It's been a really tough season off the pitch, on the pitch. Injuries. I think we're a goal scorer away from being half a decent team, and that's going off all my experience. I've managed more games in the Conference North than any other manager ever, so I've got every right to tell me where I know where we are. I said, but as I said, I actually said before the game it was actually quite nice to move away and not play it.
It's unusual, that, isn't it? Well, Liam.
Well, it's terrible because we love Agav and we love to turn up and we love to perform there. It's a great atmosphere, but it's not these buffoons who want to turn around, put banners up, throw pyros. One thing Ian's never come out and said, but I'll say it, it's cost the football club from the first day friendly against Blackpool, it's cost us in excess of £25,000 in additional stewards, in additional fines, bringing dogs because kids just want to come and bring pyros and throw that. And you know what, Ian has bent over backwards and Claire to actually speak to you, try and explain. You do Q&As. I said, but all these who are outside now doing what they're doing are not on board, cowardly, but the ones who actually encourage them are worse. And listen, we know who they are. We're not stupid. We know. We see on the CCTV, and they crack on that they're supporters. They're not supporters. They're absolute buffoons. Buffoons have got nothing better to do with their lives apart from, But I actually do believe an adult encouraging a minor to commit offences. It's just off the graph. I just can't get my head around it.
Yeah.
Can't get my head around it.
Yeah. Just to finish on the positive support today, that was fantastic, wasn't it?
Well, if you've seen these players, one of the things I was getting drummed down my throat when I come back here. We don't know the players anymore. There's we're signing 50 players a season. We're not keeping our own players. We want players. You've got a lot of players who played a lot of games here now, and they do, and they show you the fans the appreciation, and they do go over and they clap and they let them know how appreciated they are. I said, but let's make no bones about it. I said, it's a two-way thing, but it's got to be a two-way thing all the time. Yeah, I can understand fans being frustrated. You say results and score lines and stuff like that, and maybe they think someone else should play, and I get all that. I said, but when it comes to personal abuse, I said, and when you're thinking kids plotting to go to Marine, listen, Marine's a great football club who I had great times there as a player. They're ran by good players, and you get an intel from the police saying idiots in a classroom are plotting to take pyros into Marine. They've got a plastic pitch. You throw a plastic pitch. So would you go and let someone in your house and set fire to your grass and you got your carpet in the house? You wouldn't, would you? I said, so this is what we've got to have to put up with when Marine have got to take on. It's a Liverpool Senior Cup game, and there's now got to be police there. There's got to be dogs on the thing. There's obviously going to be people they've had to put an all ticket for the Liverpool Senior Cup game. Come on, they're embarrassing us as a football club. So you say the fans, well, they're part of the football club, but they're embarrassing, and I can see that. I've seen a lot of listen, it's tough. We've won leagues, not the main stand, not on our side, but they are on our side. They're unbelievable on our side, and you can see them arguing, and you can see them fronting up fans who they believe are causing the trouble, and they shouldn't be going to that. And we've got an awful lot. I'm talking about younger fans. We've got a lot of older fans who come to the games, but a few of them are choosing to stay away because on a Tuesday night when they're walking past idiots banging and on that in the windows and all that. Why would you? You know, I wouldn't like my dad was still alive. I wouldn't want him walking past that. I said, it's just not what Southport's are about. And, you know, as I said, we can turn around. I said, well, we've got 8 league games left. We've still got a lot of football to play. We've got 2 semi-finals this week, so a lot of football to play. So as much as say it could have been a really tough season, we are getting to the stage we're going to have some really good news. Yeah. We'll have some good news. I had a good meeting with Steve Dewsnip and Ian yesterday. I think there'll be improvements in the budget, which is good. But listen, you know, we've got to have to do what we have to do, and I'm not apologising for what we do. No. I say we run the business as we feel fit. You know, we've got responsibilities as a director, and one thing is you don't run a business insolvent because it's actually breaking the law, and we wouldn't do that. So it doesn't matter how many idiots want to shout and scream at me, how many idiots say I'm compromising myself. I said, well, I'm not compromising anything, because I have regular talks every day with Ian. But I understand my responsibilities as a manager, and also my responsibilities as a director. And unfortunately, some people don't seem to understand what that means. So tell them to go on Google and read about it, and then they'll see what it means. So, but no, we'll enjoy today. Enjoyed it. Great day, good win. Move on Monday. Hope the real Southport fans come up on Monday and cheer us on. That'd be good. And the buffoons stay at home and do what they do.
Brilliant. Thanks very much, Liam.
Thanks.